Hi, I'm Joel Labor, the Assistant Fire Chief with the Elk River Fire Department. Today we're looking at our Rescue 1 fire truck. The unique thing about this fire truck is that this fire truck has no water on it. So when people think about the fire department, they think about firefighters going to fires. But the reality of it is we do a lot more things that respond to just fires. And this rescue truck is kind of our toolbox to respond to the rescue part of our job. Within this truck, we've got kind of 4 different categories of equipment that we carry on it. A lot of it is technical rescue related equipment. So we've got tech rescue equipment, confined space type equipment. Kind of in the same category of rescue, we've got auto extrication equipment on here. So you'll see this vehicle at car accidents. We've got the jaws of life and a lot of different stabilization equipment on here. Being that this is kind of our toolbox truck, this kind of can support many different operations of the fire department. So you'll see it out at fires. In this truck here, we've also got extra breathing air supplies, various hand tools, and a lot of different equipment that we'll use to support our operation in the fire department. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna look at on our Rescue 1 truck is all of our technical rescue equipment. On this truck, we've got a lot of different equipment that we can use in a lot of different rescue situations. All these gear bags are full of different hardware that we can tie into our rope rescue to perform high angle rescues, which is like firefighters going off the side of a building. We can go into confined spaces, which is like going down into a manhole or a sewer type area, really to rescue people from any situation that they might find themselves in. Additionally, we have a lot of water in our community. We don't have a boat for our fire department, but we've got a lot of different ways that we can rescue people from the water. So we've got different components of tools, specifically made rope for water rescue, and those types of equipment that we can respond to those situations as well. Down here, we have tools that we can use for like a structural collapse or a really complex situation. We've got a cutting torch to cut through metal, and we've also got a plasma cutter. And this equipment is stuff that we don't use every single day, but for a situation that might arise, such as like a building collapse or a situation where we have to get in to get people, we've got the tools and equipment to do that type of thing. Directly behind me, we have some more tech rescue equipment. We've got stuff such as a tripod and an air cart. So when we talk about like confined space situations, there's times where we won't be able to even fit an air bottle on a firefighter. So they wear a special mask that we connect to this air cart and feed them an air line behind them so that they can squeeze into a really tight spot and get a person out should the need arise for it. So back in this compartment here, we have our airbags. Airbags are designed to move very heavy things, very small amounts of space. So like where airbags were originally used was machinery accidents. When people would get, stuck in like a machine, we'd have to use equipment to spread that open. These airbags are designed to go into those situations and spread stuff apart. So if we have somebody that would be trapped under a vehicle, in a machinery accident, whatever situation you can imagine, we've got various different airbags that we can use in those situations. So the other equipment that we have on the Rescue 1 truck here that we talked about is auto extrication. A big function of this truck is responding to car accidents. It's a big part of what we do as a fire department. The equipment that we have in this truck here is actually battery-operated extrication tools. The nice thing about that is when these tools first came out, they had to be attached to the truck via hoses. So we have to try to get the fire truck as close as we possibly could to a car accident. Even if it was down a hill, way off the road, it made life really difficult. These tools, we got them in the last year or so. They're battery operated. We can take them anywhere, even underwater, and make a rescue should we have the need arise for it. So these are what people think of as the jaws of life. We've got a cutter, a spreader, and then we've got a ram that will basically get people out of any car accident situation that people could imagine. So on the back of our rescue truck, we've got some more stuff that we use in auto extrication and various rescue situations. One of the things that we have to do in these scenarios is make sure that everything is stable and safe for firefighters and the people that are in the situation. One of the cool things that we have on our Rescue 1 truck is we've got 2 different sizes, but these are stabilization equipment. So if we have a situation where a house is collapsed, a vehicle is rolled over and it's kind of in a precarious situation, we can actually tie these into the vehicle and anchor them down so that that vehicle, that structure isn't going to go anywhere, and it keeps the responders and the people involved in the situation safe. All right, so on this side of the Rescue 1 truck, this is kind of the support side of the fire truck. We talked about the rescue truck. It's really our big toolbox, and this side of the truck is what I would consider the toolbox side of the truck. This will support us on many different types of operations that we're going to. So we've got all sorts of different tools. We have small hand tools up to big hand tools, power equipment, sawzalls, all that type of equipment that we might need in a fire situation. We've got spare breathing bottles on here, so we've got anywhere from 45-minute to hour bottles that we can use to support fire operations. We talked about on the tech rescue side about the breathing air cart that we have. That's where those hour bottles come into play, and that's where we would feed the oxygen from to the firefighters in those situations. We've got a whole bunch of different hand tools on this truck. So we've got various things that we would use, again, in any fire or rescue situation: sledgehammers, bolt cutters, pry bars, a lot of different equipment that will support our operation. These are the same saws that we have on our Ladder 1 truck. So we've got a chainsaw specifically designed for firefighting, and we've also got a K-saw, it's called, and this is really a rescue saw. That saw will cut through basically anything that you could throw at it. So it will cut through a car, concrete, rebar, all that different stuff that we might encounter in a rescue situation. Come up here, we just have more stuff that will support our operation. So we've got more rope bags, fans for doing ventilation, fire extinguishers, because again, we don't have a pump or water or fire hose on this truck, and various stuff for patient care, patient packaging that we might encounter when we're responding to rescue situations. So that was an overview of our Rescue 1. It's our giant toolbox for the fire department. Again, it's kind of unique. It doesn't have water on it. This is a fire truck really meant for rescuing people. Thank you for tuning in to Fire Trucks 101. I'm Joel Labor, the Assistant Fire Chief with the Elk River Fire Department. Hope to see you again next time.